Berea College administrators respond to recent acts of racism directed to their students.
A Southern Kentucky fire department finds itself crippled after some of their equipment was damaged while fighting a fire.
A Western Kentucky community says goodbye to a 7-year-old girl found murdered near a high school last weekend.
This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening. Leaders at Berea College want students to know they will not tolerate harassment. This comes after someone shouted racial slurs at students near campus last weekend.
School leaders say this isn't the first time they've had to deal with this type of behavior. Tonight, the community is coming together to fight back against the problem. WKYT's Victor Puente is in Berea, and he has our top story at 5:30.
The administration at Berea College says they pride themselves on being inclusive to all people of the earth. But in the past few weeks, not everyone has been as welcoming.
Taunting, harassing our students of color, our gay and lesbian students. In other words, students who don't seem to look like the driver of these vehicles.
School leaders say over the weekend, several students were harassed by someone driving a truck flying the Confederate flag. The Vice President for Academic Affairs says it's not the first time students have been harassed.
And our students have sort of, I won't say ignored it, but to some degree just sort of grown accustomed to it.
I think it's in response to what's happening in Missouri. I think it's also the kind of conversation and debates that you see in the presidential campaigns. I think it's also as the response again from South Carolina removal of the flag.
Yesterday, the college posted a letter on its website addressing what it's calling drive-by racism and homophobia. The letter says the university recognizes each individual's right to free speech, but they're against anyone trying to intimidate their students. Dean of Faculty Chad Berry told me they're planning a response to this harassment, which will include posters along Chestnut Street, as well as a show of support from the community.
That says these are the values of this college and this community.
I think our students really believe that we are moving towards a world in which all people are valued and that we should be moving towards that world.
In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
School leaders say Berea police are aware of the incidents but are not investigating at this time.
A Southern Kentucky fire department is dealing with a big setback. The department lost thousands of dollars worth of equipment while battling a fire last week. And now firefighters are trying to figure out how they're going to replace all that gear. Our Phil Pendleton's in Knox County with more.
Firefighters were trying to douse a large fire after an explosion at Safeco in Gray when their turnout gear got too close to the smelly oil, which is a product of tire recycling.
We got quite a bit of our gear in some of that oil and kerosene and diesel fuel. And we've got about 12 sets of gear that are ruined now because we can't clean them. There's a lot of departments involved.
A dozen firefighters that basically now have nothing to wear or protect themselves when fighting fires.
You're going into a building that's 800 to 1,000 degrees, and you can't survive in that without the proper gear.
All volunteer department typically bills their runs, but the chief says Safeco is not returning their calls.
We've got to come up with that money somewhere because we have to put them in gear, and so we're looking for a little help.
The West Knox Fire Department's insurance company might help, and fundraisers are another option. Coming up with $30,000 for a small department without much annual income is not an easy task.
And we get $8,250 from the state. That's the only guaranteed money we get every year.
Even if the department received the money today, it would be late January before it can be delivered. In Knox County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The Knox County Fire Department does about 360 runs every year. The chief says right now other departments are handling some of those calls.
Two people accused of murdering a Central Kentucky man made their first court appearance this morning. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Montgomery County. Investigators say Cody Hall and Nikki Miller robbed and murdered Paul Brewer at his home in December of 2011. The men were arrested last week. During today's hearing, a judge appointed them public defenders and set their next court date. Investigators say they expect to make more arrests in the case. In Allen County, friends and family are saying goodbye to a 7-year-old little girl that police say was murdered. Police are still trying to figure out who killed Gabby Doolin. She disappeared from a football game at Allen County Scottsville High School last weekend. Gabby's funeral was this afternoon at Scottsville Baptist Church. Say police have not made any arrests in the case. And in Boyle County, a woman is in jail after police say she lied about her age. Danville police arrested 30-year-old Kimberly Herring at a traffic stop on Lebanon Road. They say she was a passenger in the car and told officers she was a juvenile. Police say an investigation revealed she had 2 active warrants in Boyle County. They say she also had drugs in the car.
A Bullitt County woman is facing serious charges tonight. Deputies arrested her after they found a bite mark on a child's chest. According to a Louisville TV station, deputies say they received a complaint about a woman at a home in Mount Washington, and when they arrived, they say a 2-year-old had a bite mark on her chest. A witness at the scene told officers that 26-year-old Brittany Rose bit her. According to an arrest citation, Rose admitted to drinking and smoking marijuana before the incident. She is charged with criminal abuse. We're dealing with much drier conditions today out there. Sunny skies, temperatures in the 60s in some places. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's tracking also a cold front on the way.
Yeah, those readings right now into the 50s, low and mid 50s, much of central and eastern Kentucky. And we do have one little push of cooler air that is on the region now, but it's the weekend getting everybody's attention. Readings again, 55 Lexington into the Frankfort area. And as we look ahead for the evening upon us, notice how quickly those numbers really drop off. Upper 30s to low 40s by the second part of the evening with fair skies, chilly temperatures, that gusty northwesterly wind slowly settling on down a little bit. That front is now blowing through the Lexington metro. Notice how it doesn't have a whole lot of cloud cover or precipitation with it. Snow across the Great Lakes. That's an area gearing up for a snowstorm this weekend. Northern Ohio Valley into the lakes, courtesy of a storm system that is cruising into the Rocky Mountains now. That will be on top of us as we make our way into the weekend. So what does that mean? It still means we have the potential for a little winter weather around here. First flakes of the season may show up before Saturday is through, and I'm tracking a big temperature drop to go along with those flakes when I come back in about 10.
Chris, thank you. This year's Thanksgiving feast at Fayette County Public Schools will be missing a popular holiday dish. The schools will not be serving turkey this year. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain explains why in a story that's new at 5:30.
We're going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu.
The turkey may just get his wish, at least he will here in the Fayette County school system, where turkey is off this year's Thanksgiving menu.
We've talked about this since last April. We've all tried to secure the turkey, and it just didn't work out for us.
The most recent bird flu wiped out 8 million turkeys. Fayette County Director of School Nutrition Michelle Coker says it's the reason kids across the district won't be having turkey at this year's fall feasts.
We use a processed turkey loaf. So when the avian flu came out, what they did is diverted all of that turkey product to the retail side because they can sell it at a higher price. And what they did is pulled it from the school side, the more institutional side, and it was just not available to us this year.
The Jefferson County School District had more than 30,000 servings of turkey stored and available this year. Coker trying to gobble up their supply.
There was 33,000 servings. That would have covered our whole district, but they didn't bite at that.
Instead, Fayette County is thankful to serve the students ham and chicken nuggets this year. Yeah! In Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Well, school leaders say the district cannot use fresh or frozen turkeys because of its food safety plan. They have the plan in place to make sure students get meat that is cooked thoroughly.
It's hard to miss if you drive through downtown Lexington, that massive hole in the middle of the city called Center Point. Our good question tonight is from Don. He says, I just noticed you showing Center Point during your newscasts. What's going on with that project? Well, Don, Center Point has been stalled for many years since that block of downtown was leveled. A New York investment group called Bridgeton Holding Properties took over the project in August from Dudley Webb. The new developers told us in August their goal is to have the cranes moving in about 6 months. Well, we're now at the halfway point of that timeline. February would mark 6 months. Center Point would include a 10-story office building, a bank, a restaurant, an 11-story Marriott hotel, an extended stay hotel, apartments, and underground parking as well. Matt Collins with the new developers told us in August he was optimistic about getting the project done. There's also been talk of building a new city hall at Center Point, but there is no commitment from the city on that. So we'll keep you updated as we get closer to February. To submit a good question, log on to WKYT.com. The Fayette County Courthouse Plaza is not only getting decorated for the holidays, but with artwork. UK students are promoting literacy through creativity with these flags on the Courthouse Plaza. The project highlights themes of books chosen by the university's Common Reading Experience. Students taking part are fulfilling a part of their requirement to graduate.